Frontiers is a resource that we have available to support clinical and translational research within the region. We provide the resources that researchers need to conduct their research. We provide the physical space, we provide the training, we provide the employees, all the things that you need to conduct that clinical research project.
One of the components of Frontiers is a number of research units. We call them CTSUs, which stands for Clinical and Translational Science Units. And the units are basically spaces and resources that are designed to make it easier for people to do their research.
The Rainbow Clinical Trials Unit allowed us to have a clinical trials unit within our main campus here that allows us to access the support that we need from the University of Kansas Health System. This access then allows us to do the type of studies in the clinical trials that involve patients sometimes that are sicker, patients that need that access to acute care. And without having that resource here at our CTSU Rainbow, we would not be able to do that study.
Fairway CTSU basically brings together a number of resources which are really unique to the institution. It includes an exercise physiology lab, a metabolic kitchen, an infusion space, and then a lot of clinical research space for procedures and for CN research participants.
The CTSU at Children's Mercy is obviously unique in that it primarily focuses on providing investigational support for trials that include children. We have both individual rooms and a large group room that can house 3 clinical trial participants at once. The other thing that's perhaps unique is at Children's Mercy Kansas City, our support environment is such that we have individual clinical departments that have their own clinical trial nurses and clinical research coordinators, but we also have a core of several clinical research coordinators who float across different departments and different studies.
What we have at our CTSU that is unique for researchers, I think, is really our mentorship program. We work with medical students, medical residents, as well as early career physicians to help them develop their research, to be able to take that question from just a clinical question to actually being able to derive the answers that they need to advance medicine.
Our CTSUs allow our community to come from very diverse sites. Because we have it dispersed across these geographic sites, that allows us to keep our clinical trials reflecting the population that we're serving. And we love that diversity, and we want them to participate in our clinical trials because at the end of the day, we want to know that the results that we're going to find out from this trial works in the community that it affects.
We can't solve these problems with, one-off studies or, 1 year of funding. We can only solve them with multi-year funding. We've been able to build the kind of support we need through NIH funding and NCATS, and it's absolutely vital for all these efforts.
Because without that support, we could not conduct the clinical trials that we do here. It's that leadership that they provide that allows us to sustain this over a period of time.
Clinical and translational research is really exciting because it's taking concepts from early discovery into the clinical setting. And so we can learn more about medical conditions or diseases. We can understand how medications work. We can be able to evaluate new devices. So it's a very exciting field because there's so many opportunities to improve patient care.
Kansas City deserves to have clinical trials that will bring the next generation of medicines for adults and for children being evaluated in our community. Our community of families should have the opportunity to be a part of creating the next generation of medical care.